Okay, so this is kind of part two to the other video. So follow if you want or don't. So, with all that being said, talking about like this mean girl area and not supporting people you love and care about and like giving them your best foot forward. This is also okay to say that support comes in different forms. Like, I'll be honest, I was always a super social person. Love to be social, okay? Then I had my kid, and I always refer to this, that poor kid, but it's a good thing. It's a wonderful thing. But ever since I had that kid, I became a little less social. One, I didn't have, and I don't have, a lot of support when it comes to helping me watch my kid and care for my kid. And so, like, to have a night out is like a luxury because all the people in our life are busy and have their own lives. So we really don't have any support outside of each other, which means we don't do things typically together because we have to use each other to get anything really accomplished when it comes to our kid. So, all that being said, it's okay to not be everywhere doing everything. Okay? That is okay. Like, I am not someone that can always be everywhere. I would always be the first one to be doing the most, offering open my house, always showing up early. I was always the person, a gift for everybody and everything and every kid. I was always over the top. And I love that. And I love being extra. And I am who I am. And my love language is like gift giving and things like that. But also, like, I was to the point I was spending myself so short, mentally, physically, financially, emotional. I mean, I was just a wreck. And I'm like, what is wrong with me? And it's like, oh wait, I'm pouring from an empty cup. An empty cup. The reality of it is we can't pour from an empty cup. Nobody can. So if you are content with just being home with your family on the weekend and not doing jack squat, hey, I'm about it. You don't have to be prominent on social media. You don't have to have some big business you're wanting to air out all the time. You may be happy working a 9 to 5, coming home, having no kids, having 10 kids. I don't care. I'm for it all. I'm not saying there's this pressure and being everywhere and doing everything and having to support everybody's little cause. I understand that's not real life either. But I think there's a balance. Really what I get to with that is whether it's support, like supporting someone and them growing their family, or they're bettering themselves, or maybe venturing out to a new business or a new job, like whether they're owning the business or it's a 9 to 5, or it's just a fitness. It could be literally anything. My thing is just if you expect your friends to show up and rally for you and be there and support you, then you absolutely have to do that for other people. I read this thing one time and it said, how did it talk about? It's talking about like how we expect, it's like, oh, I got a new promotion at my job. My husband sent me flowers. My husband gets a new promotion at his job. We don't send him flowers because it's not like the norm or whatever. But there's other ways to say, like, you are awesome. Congratulations. But you can't be the one always doing for others. And I get that. I'm not pressuring that by any means because I'll be the first one to say, like, I've stepped back in so many ways and it's hard. I mean, it's like, it's been emotional for me because, like I said, my love language is like gift giving and like, that physical presence of showing up and doing those things. And it's not that I can't do that sometimes, but like I said, when you have a kid and you don't have support, I can't just drag my kid around to everything. And also, like, all the finances that I just flung around for everybody, I have to also, not that I expect people to do that for me, but you can't just keep doing that and doing that and doing that. Eventually you deplete yourself, but also I have a kid to pour into financially, mentally, and emotionally. You have to find a balance. So I just wanted to get back on here and just say this extra little tidbit that it's okay if you're not everywhere doing everything. It's okay if you don't share 500 things on social media. Everybody's not big social media people. I totally get that. But what I am saying is if your friend is opening a new business, or if they're growing their family, or if they're, maybe in a happy relationship, it may not be nothing to do with social media. It's your job to support them and rally around them and lend a helping hand and be just as excited for them as it's happening to you. That's why I said, do not hold your friends and your loved ones to expectations that you would not give, that you wouldn't do. So don't expect them to show up and do the most and then you're sitting back with your feet propped up, never lending a helping hand. and always take. That's not real life, you know. And like I said, it, you know, if you do have a friend, like in this instance, like I said with this giveaway, you know, here I am, I'm branching out. I know everybody doesn't like me. I mean, you can't possibly be friends with everyone. That's not realistic. I always say if someone's friends with everyone, they're not being a true friend to one of them, you know, and I've always said that. So I don't think there's anything wrong with not being friends with everybody. But when you see people that are sharing Joe Blow's post of something totally random, they've never met, chances are they're probably not going to win the giveaway. And then you're here trying to find all the best things that you think all these people are going to love and you're excited. It is a kick in the, you know, tail, I'll say. You know, because you're like, hey, I'm doing this, like, it's for fun. It's just like lighthearted, you know. And I think, and here I'm getting ready to open, we're getting ready to open a new business and have a new venture. And I have felt so defeated about it. And like, I called my sister the other night and we were talking, and Kirsten was just like, you know what? That's just the devil. You know, they don't want you to do more. They don't want you to be happy. And people won't support you just because it's you. For no reason at all. It's just the reality of it. So, like I said, it's okay. You don't have to be everywhere doing everything. But do not expect people to bend over backwards for you and support you and rally around you if you can't do it in return. It takes nothing away. That's why I kept saying that. It takes nothing away just to be nice and supportive and encouraging. I said every day I'm going to encourage somebody or do something like a random act of kindness. And it doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm buying a coffee. Some days I don't leave my freaking house like today. But it can be like, hey, picking up your phone. Like sometimes you don't normally get to do a phone call and calling someone that you used to call all the time and just be like, hey, I miss you. What's up? You know, I love you. I'm so excited for you. Those things, those small things, those small gestures go such a long way. So I'm not trying to be negative Nancy. We all have our own priorities, our own life. I am all about freaking slowing down. Heck, that's why I'm doing this stuff at home. And even though it seems like I'm really busy, it's because I'm trying to find ways to grow and still challenge myself, but also be able to pour into my son. So anyways, I really do hope everyone has a happy Friday. And hopefully you got to watch the first one and finish this one. I know they're lengthy.